Oh my gosh, the amount of rage that this game has caused.
It's a Wii.
Wow, this is gonna be so fun.
Look, the Me channel. I want to make a Me.
I love the
Don't
Wii.
worry, I'll make one for you.
So
You're
revolutionary.
probably too dumb to figure it out.
What?
I said you're too young to figure it out.
That's not what he said. Has someone ever rapped to the Wii beat?
And there. That's what you look like.
Hi, I'm Bryson, and today we're gonna talk about how a fun childhood hobby slowly devolved into a hellish war of spiteful competition.
Mario Kart?
How the shame and humiliation
feels
of
like Mario
losing
Kart.
festered inside me and drove me to do anything in my power to destroy my siblings. I'm talking, of course, about the Italiano Paisano himself. Mario.
Kart. It
But
has to be
before
Mario
we delve
Kart.
into my villain arc, let's go back to a simpler time, when I was taking my first baby steps into the world of video games. It was all so new to me.
What was
It felt
y'all's
like
first
I was
video
a
game?
cosmic pioneer exploring a different galaxy.
That was your first video game?
Super Mario Galaxy.
What?
The game where you traverse the universe as
You are
everyone's
late to the
favorite
game, bro.
Italian plumber. If you haven't played this game yet, change that immediately.
Well, he
when
is
I play
younger
this
than me.
game now, it feels like that scene from Ratatouille.
Oh, where like you reminisce on your...
It enthralled
Flashbacks.
me as a child with its constant stream of new and inventive platforming
It was
ideas.
fun, though.
After
Mario Galaxy
watching
was
Brody
fun.
play Galaxy for a while, I decided to graduate from game watcher to game player. Move
See?
over, Brody. Mom said it's my turn.
Ah, it's like we lived the same childhood. Like I used to love as a kid when I, wasn't that great at video games. I used to love watching my older siblings play like Legend of Zelda. I remember Ocarina of Time was one of my favorite games to watch, and like I would just watch them. I would just sit back and watch them. So it makes sense why you, being a gamer on YouTube, on Twitch, wherever you stream or play games on, it makes sense why that's the thing. Because I'm sure if you had older siblings and when you were a kid and they were playing video games, you just love to watch them. You just like watching them. So it makes a lot of sense. Sheesh.
On the Xbox. Immediately, the soundtrack in this game changed my brain chemistry forever. The people who made this music know what joyous whimsy sounds like. When I hear Gusty Garden Galaxy, it makes me believe that anything is possible. The room fades away, I float into the air, and I enter the world of the game. This was one of the first video games I ever played, so I had a lot to learn. Jumping between gravity-defying planets and walking upside down took a lot of getting
first I
used
ever
to.
played
I
was-
collected a few stars and then headed to the Loop-de-Loop Galaxy.
Conquers
And let me
Bad
tell
Fur
you,
Day.
this
Maybe
level
not the
broke
first, but,
little
you know.
Bryson. In the level, you ride
Early.
around a floating water race course on a Stingray. But
Ah, I
I wanted
hate
to
those
get the high
levels.
score. I wanted to go fast. So my thumb never let go of the acceleration button, and that meant I couldn't make sharp turns. I kept
always
flying
fell
off the
off.
map and dying. And to make it worse, I had to use
Motion. Oh, not the motion.
motion controls.
Not the motion.
I couldn't beat it no matter how hard I tried. I started crying, and Brody had to help me beat the level. This will go down in history as mankind's second greatest defeat involving stingrays. But after that little hiccup, I was ready to take on the
Oh, I
rest
get
of the
it,
game
involving
and
stingrays.
lose to Bowser 50 times. But Brody, being a seasoned veteran
R.I.P.
gamer,
Steve
coached
Irwin.
me on how to perfectly time my spin moves, and I used them to spin Bowser like a Beyblade.
So long, Bowser.
I was feeling
So long,
pretty good
gay
about my
Bowser.
newly acquired gaming skills.
That's what he says, right?
Beating Bowser as a child is a big deal, okay? At that age, what else do you have to be proud of? The drawings you made that Mom hung up on the fridge? Well, bad news.
she
Mom
didn't
will
like
throw
him.
those crappy drawings away
Hell
while
yeah.
you're not looking.
She
But
thought
the
they were shit.
achievement of defeating the king of the Koopas, that lasts forever. Then I arrived at the Rolling Green Galaxy. That sounds like a fun, easy, kid-friendly level. Not! If the Stingray race broke me, this one shattered me. In the level, you balance on a ball that has a star inside it and use motion controls to
not the
lead the ball
motion.
through obstacles and past Goombas to reach the end and unlock the star. And I just couldn't do it. I kept falling off, which made me impatient, which made me go faster, which made me fall off more, and the cycle just continued. At 6 years old, I just did not have the coordination or fine motor skills to beat this thing. But
now
I
we
was
both
determined.
do.
I didn't want to ask Brody for help again. I wanted to be a big boy gamer. I hunkered down
wanna be a
and
big
died
boy.
over and over for an hour straight.
I
But
don't
then
wanna grow up.
finally, I
wanna be
got
a
past
Toys R
the
Us
spot.
kid.
Pardon. But then finally, I got past the spot where I usually fell. I was close to the end. I shakily crossed a bridge,
Better
and
make
the
it.
flag came
Better
into
make
view.
it.
My hands were shaking. The adrenaline
Don't
was
choke
pumping.
now.
I could
Don't
almost
choke.
taste my victory.
Don't
I
flop,
launched
bro.
over to the last island. I had made it. I tilted my
Ooh.
Wiimote all the way forward, but...
And you tilted it too far. Oh, you flopped. You
I
flopped.
literally tripped at the finish line.
You flopped,
My confidence
bro.
was shattered,
Oh
and
my
I had to
gosh.
go collect myself in the other room. But I would not let this fiery crucible break me. I would allow it to forge me into something stronger. I stepped back in and entered Ultra Instinct mode. And I finally
Ultra
beat
Instinct.
it. And that's when I felt it.
How many times have y'all
The
entered
gamer's
Ultra
high.
Instinct?
All my dopamine receptors
I've hit it a
fired,
couple
and I
times in my
jumped
life.
for joy.
This is the greatest day of my life!
I had emerged victorious and was ready to take on the universe, literally. I cruised through the rest of the galaxies. Nothing could hold me back. An icy hot galaxy where you skate around and fight a lava octopus? No problem. A haunted mansion
maybe I
galaxy
need to
where you
download
save
Mario
Luigi?
Galaxy.
Light work. A galaxy
kinda
made of
missing this
toys
game.
where you run across twisting platforms shaped like Mario? Child's play.
Light work, no reaction. Light work, no reaction.
Light work, no
Light
reaction.
work, no reaction.
Oh, you're back at this kind of level.
All my nightmares had materialized. It was an even harder version of the previous one. Skipping ahead through 2 hours of pain and agony, and I finally beat it. Yahoo! I'm honestly convinced that this game widened my emotional range. It's like Newton's third law. The more suffering you experience, the more capacity you have for joy. And believe me when I tell you, those levels had me suffering.
Is that
Then
really
I
his
saved
third
Princess
law?
Peach or whatever.
I
This
don't believe
game's
that.
revolutionary gravity mechanics, top-tier level design, and whimsical soundtrack earn it an easy 100 Bryson points.
I'm gonna agree with that. Mario Galaxy was one of, is it the best Mario game? Go ahead and comment right now. What is the best Mario game to you? Chat, I need to know what is the best Mario game to you. Cause Mario Galaxy, bro, like I'm honestly putting it at number one. Ooh, look at me tripping. Look at me tripping. Super Smash Bros. That's number one. That is number one without a doubt because that was like a game you can play. I used to play that against my brothers all the time. Super Smash Bros. Number three, I'll put Paper Mario. I enjoyed Paper Mario a lot. So go Super Smash Bros, Mario Galaxy, Paper Mario. And fourth, I'll probably put Mario Kart because it was a classic. Mario Kart was a classic. I did play it a lot. Super Smash Bros. Isn't a Mario game? What? It so is. It's literally in the title.
But we couldn't have the game that sent Mario to space without the game that sent Mario into a whole different
I
dimension.
forgot about Mario Party.
Super Mario 64.
Mario Party
An
will go
all-time
above
classic.
Paper Mario.
It paved the way for so many games to enter the third dimension. I'm
Yep.
still waiting for
Super
Super
Mario
Mario 65
64.
to come out, though.
It's never coming out.
I literally can't describe the pure primal fear little Bryson experienced when seeing that giant chain chomp for the first time.
That was
And
scary
don't even
as
get me
well.
started on that Koopa, the quick race.
It's like
I
we played
hate
the
this
same-
stupid turtle so much.
It's like
I
we
just
lived the same
couldn't
life.
beat him. But then, one day, Brody let me in on a little secret. He's gonna win the race
You
again!
can like side jump.
See that little hole in the
Yeah,
wall?
you could like side
Go
jump,
in.
right?
How is this
Oh no, that
supposed to-
teleports you. I remember that. Oh my gosh.
You see that
Core
beam
memory
of light?
unlocked.
Follow that
I don't
crane
remember that.
trail going into the wall.
And then, yep, I remember that. I remember that. It was like a
sense
shortcut.
of accomplishment and amazement at discovering
Wow,
these secrets for the first
memories
time was
unlocked.
enough to form a core memory, even though I needed help to find them. It was a really nice change of pace to get help from Brody on finding secrets because usually he pulled the classic move of giving me an unplugged controller and gaslighting me into thinking I was really playing. Am I really playing? Mario isn't listening to me, and this controller isn't even plugged in.
Don't think
You're
about it
actually
too much.
playing as that
Yeah.
baby penguin.
You're
Oh,
playing
cool.
right now. You always got to drop the penguin.
Back
Come on
in
now.
my day, there were no video game tutorials on the internet. The
Wasn't
only
there
way
Game
I could learn
Informer
what I needed was
magazine?
through rumors on the playground and hints from my brothers. So this information was very valuable. Then Brody taught me how to backwards long jump and travel at the speed of light.
Oh, remember that too. The little hack slash bug. Oh my gosh. So many memories being unlocked, man. I look at the booty hole. Oh, you just
Obviously,
created a
this
black
game
hole.
is great, but me and my brothers usually played the remastered version on the DS. They
Nope.
added some mini games that we would play together all the time.
You need the
some
Nintendo
of my
64
favorites were the
version,
Hidden
man.
Face game, the Babam sorting one, and the one where you draw little trampolines for Mario to jump on. And I think it's absolutely insane that there are definitely people out there with gambling addictions that were caused by Luigi teaching them how to do it. But there was also a multiplayer game where you fight each other to get the most stars, and my brothers and I took it very seriously.
You always have to,
Bryson's got
man.
3 stars.
You
Brayden,
can't just
Brenner,
simply
get
lose
him.
against your
Stay back!
brothers.
I earned these!
Sneak attack.
Bragging rights for
Mom,
weeks.
Brayden stole my star!
No cap? It's giving little brother energy.
she just say no
Brayden
cap?
obviously ate with that, and you're Delulu
Oh
if you
my
think
God.
I'm gonna punish him for slaying. I
Oh
gotta
my
let
God.
him cook. Don't let your mentee B get in the way of his dub. Just cope and take the L, for real, for real.
No, they did not. No, they just did not, man. Not the Gen Z talk, bro. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad she didn't say Sigma or W Riz, bro. Oh my god. That's skibbity toilet. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Gen Z talk, bro. It is a funny little trend, but please don't ever talk like that again.
But the brotherly rivalry was just getting started. Let's turn up the heat and move on to the game that's been
Turn it
causing
up!
relationship-shattering
Let's get it.
screaming matches for
Mario
decades.
Kart. It gotta be Mario Kart. Mario Party? Okay, fair.
Mario Party, a
is number
family-friendly
3 for
party
me.
game. This game
I
introduced a
love this
whole new
game.
emotion to me. Bloodlust. One thing you should know about this game is that when I win, it's because of pure skill. But when you win, it's because
They
you got
cheated.
lucky and those stupid
Or you
bonus
got
stars
lucky.
don't even count. When creating a game, it's important to strike a good balance between skill and luck. And in a lot of people's opinions, Mario Party is too much of a luck-based game. It's still super
Facts,
fun at parties if you're not
facts.
taking it too
It
seriously.
is pretty
which is
luck-based.
probably why they call it Mario Party. Unfortunately, my brothers and I have no chill, so for us it was more like Mario gladiatorial combat. Our sibling rivalry seemed to leak into every aspect of our lives, and video games were no exception. Even being player 1 was a big deal. If my Wiimote connected first, Brody would shit his pants and disconnect all the controllers and resync them until he was player 1.
Petty as
We
hell.
also played the
love
DS
it.
version of Mario Party on family road trips, and I remember screaming my lungs out over losing mini games. Something about this game is just a recipe for white-hot rage and malice. I guess that's why it's good at parties, because you get to see everyone's true colors. And it's always so tense when Toad announces the final score. Okay, I've got 4 stars and 46 coins. Everyone else only has 3, so I
And then
should
they get the
come out on
bonus
top.
stars.
Time to announce the bonus stars.
Yep,
The
I
first
hated that
star goes
part.
to the player that traveled the least amount of spaces.
Some
Brenner.
bullshit.
Okay. I still got more coins than him, so as long as he doesn't get the second one, I'll win.
And the next star goes to the player that lost the
Why
most
they be giving out
minigames.
loser
Brenner.
stars, bro?
I'll f***ing kill you!
How you gonna
In one
win like
game,
that?
I was doing very well for myself. I had several stars and a whopping 270
Nice.
coins. But this was the Spaceland map. If the center platform gets stepped on 5 times, Bowser's spaceship shoots a giant laser across the board. And of course, I was right in the crosshairs.
Dang. What happens if he hits you?
Just
If I remember
calm
this,
down.
I just don't remember what happens. Do you lose all your coins or something? I think so.
I started
you
resorting
lose
to
your
more
coins.
drastic measures to try and beat my brothers. There's a mini game where you have to mash the A button as fast
I remember
as you
that
can,
game.
and I decided to tip the scales in my favor. I grabbed a massage gun and put it on max speed on my palm, which caused my fingers to vibrate insanely
Yep.
fast. Then I put
Now
my
you can
finger on
tap
the
it
A
fast
button
as hell.
and
Win every single time. I remember we had those controllers where you can put like turbo mode. So like you turn turbo mode on and then you press a button and then it'll, do turbo mode. It'll press that button repeatedly fast AF. And like whoever got that controller, we weren't allowed to use the turbo mode or else it would be cheating.
Yes!
And you gotta win. You gotta
As the
link up with
second
Bowser.
youngest, my older brothers were always so much better than me at everything. And honestly, so was Brenner. He was spat out the womb knowing how to use an iPad and was 360 no-scoping noobs while still in diapers. I wanted to win something
These
for
new
once.
kids nowadays,
I just
man.
hadn't found the right game yet.
Mario Kart? Oh, just as
Mario
long as it's not the
Kart.
motion
I don't consider myself
motion
to be a
control
very
one.
competitive person, but as you've seen here today, video games are the exception, especially Mario Kart. Fortunately, my spirit of competition is well placed because I'm amazing at Mario Kart and you can't beat
caused
me.
a lot
But
of rage,
I wasn't
though.
always this way. It all
caused a
started, of
lot
course,
of
with
rage.
Mario Kart DS. My brothers and I would race each other for dominance, but I didn't understand the drift mechanic, so I would just kind of turn and throw bananas. And I could never beat my brothers. When they finally did show me how to drift, it took a lot of getting used to. You have to wiggle the D-pad back and forth in order to build up a charge that boosts you forward. And it was really
Didn't even
hard
know
for me
that.
to manage that while
Thought you clicked the
controlling the
button.
trajectory of my turns at such a young age. Clearly, I had much to learn. That being said, this was the first time that becoming better than my brothers at something didn't seem impossibly out of reach.
What
I
about
wanted
the
to win
rage,
at something
though?
for once,
The Mario
and I could
Kart
feel
rage.
the potential within myself.
Is that not
I
a thing
wanted
no
to
more?
be player 1, so I hunkered down down and continued my training arc. Wait, I'm first! I'm gonna win!
The training arc. Ooh. And then he comes with he comes with a bomb. Oh my gosh, the amount of rage that this game has caused.
Eventually, we graduated
Broken
from Mario
controllers.
Kart DS to Mario Kart Wii. This was the one that I've played the least because, as we already established, I don't understand motion controls. Also, apparently using a bike is the only viable option because doing a wheelie is just free acceleration, so that's pretty dumb. It didn't help me develop my skills at all, but it definitely added some great tracks, and using the plastic Wiimote was real fun as a kid. Look, Mom, I'm
Oh,
driving.
I hated the motion control. Oh my gosh, I hated it so much. Stop making.
He's
I mean, they
never
don't make them no
getting
more,
his
but.
license.
Then I entered a training grounds worthy of my potential. Mario Kart 7. They added kart customization, underwater sections, gliders, and a bunch of amazing courses. And a much better drifting system. This was definitely the best Mario Kart at the time. I learned the strategies, I learned the shortcuts, and I began to step into my power. I started to be a much bigger challenge for my brothers.
Yeah, I'm
and
not brave
Bernie and
enough to
Braden
drive
could
off
feel
Rainbow
the reign
Road.
of terror slipping away as I
I feel like I'll
won
lose
more and
instantly.
more.
The Egyptians
Missed the
believed the
landing.
most significant thing you could do in your life was die.
Damn, Egyptian's cold as
As I
hell.
studied, I even found
Most
a forbidden
significant thing
shortcut.
you could do?
On the Maka-Wuru course, if you use a mushroom to boost off the track at the right angle, you'll land in an out-of-bounds area that corresponds to a much later part of the map. So, when Lakitu saves you, he thinks you're further along than you really were, so he puts you there, allowing you to skip ahead of everyone else. The first time I
you
pulled
see, I
this
didn't
trick
know
on
any
my
of this.
brothers was hilarious.
Eat my dust, losers.
Little did Brody know, history was about to change.
Hey, let's get it. First place. And then, like, you want to win because of bragging rights, not because you, like, put money on the line. You get a brag and say, I beat you at Mario Kart. It was such a great
But
feeling.
I was just getting started. I wanted more. Then
More.
finally came Mario
No
Kart
Kobe.
8 and 8 Deluxe. They
More.
added anti-gravity mechanics and a slew of amazing courses and karts. As the games got better, so did I. But it definitely took a while for me to get used to 200cc, where the karts go insanely fast. You actually have to use the brakes in order to turn sharp enough and not fly off the track. But after I mastered that, I became unstoppable.
What was your favorite item in Mario Kart? I think mine was the bullet bill.
You're weak.
Love that bullet
The
bill.
rest of your people, they did not deserve to exist in this world, in my world. Prepare to join
Ozai,
them.
Avatar.
Prepare to die!
I had demolished Brody and Braden so many times that I unlocked the final frontier of Mario Kart skill, a forbidden technique known as item smuggling. In the game, the strongest items are given to the people in the back of the race to
didn't
even
know
things
that.
out. Basically, you purposefully hang back in the race to cycle through the best items, and then use them to take shortcuts and sweep in at the last moment to steal a victory. This strategy is
That would piss me
especially
off.
mean because if you succeed, someone is getting teased with the
Imagine you're right about to cross the finish line, and someone who was in last place this entire time just speeds right past you and steals that win. That victory was right within your grasp, and you choked. It's not even that you choked, it's the fact that, like, you know, they had better items. Oh yeah, all this is bringing back the Mario Kart rage I used to experience growing up, man. Y'all are growing up on Fortnite now, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing bad about that, but like, y'all missed out on some classic games, bro. Classic.
chance at a first place spot for the whole race, only for you to snatch it from them in the last second. I've done this countless times to family and friends to dunk on them, and I finally fulfilled my childhood dream of being better than my brothers at something. With my enemies defeated, my thirst for victory was finally quenched. Now, I
Love that
know what
thirst.
you must be thinking. This guy must be pretty bad at everything else if the only thing he can brag about is being good at a children's video game. And to that I say, yeah, that's pretty true. Just let me have this, please. Mario was definitely a great part of growing up, and I'll always have fond memories
It's a
of playing
classic
games
game,
with
bro.
my
It's a
brothers.
classic.
And it's been nice to finally defeat them. Little brothers gotta take what we can get. And in all seriousness, it was very sweet of Brody to always help me find hidden secrets and beat levels that were too hard for me. And
Just
I'm
like a good
very
older
happy to have
brother.
so many
Respect.
great memories gaming with the boys.
Well, that one gives you like infinite mushrooms or something like that. Come on, Bryson, you better win. This is your video. There you go.
So unfair.
Big
Skill
dubs.
issue. Stay mad, honestly.
All right, well played. Let's play a different game.
Smash Bros! Let's go! Let's go! This was the best one! And this is a Mario game, bro. I don't care what y'all say. This is a Mario game. They're over here juggling you, bro. Yo, oh my god. So many memories were unlocked. But yeah, Super Smash Bros. Was #1. #2, I'll give it to Mario Galaxy. And then Mario Party. And then Paper Mario, bro. Oh my gosh. So much classics.